What's up, guys? It's Sydnie Wells. Welcome back to Barstool Outdoors. Today is a little Inside Outdoors. We're at Fort Jefferson. You can see the sign behind me, which is the Dry Tortugas. Man, to make sure I say that right, Dry Tortugas. It's called that because this fort had no fresh water. We are about 85 miles from the Key West. It's the biggest and the largest brick structure in North America. We're gonna go inside, take a tour, and kind of see what this fort was all about, the history behind it. And it's literally in the middle of nowhere, and now it's just like a historical site that people come and tour. It's really interesting, really cool, and let's get after it. Come on. Okay, so this is the boat. The bridge does not go up anymore. This has been made probably recently. This structure has survived multiple hurricanes. I've been told all this information. I wish I would have actually looked it up prior to coming, but I didn't. Didn't even know this thing existed. But wow, this is the courtyard, or whatever you would call it back in the day. This is really cool. Wow. It is so hot, it's like, feels like 90 degrees. Imagine being a prisoner of war or a slave in the middle of the structure, working tirelessly every single day in the middle of the ocean. Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Incredible. I wish I would have had a history guide with me to teach me a thing or two. So if you know a lot about Fort Jefferson, put some stuff in the comments, but we are quite frankly in the middle of nowhere. The largest all masonry fort in the United States was built between 1846 and 1875. There we go, now we know that, okay? So we were in the middle, 1850s probably. To protect the nation's gateway to the Gulf of Mexico, supply and subsistence problems in the Civil War delayed construction. Sections of the fort were intentionally never completed because of fears that additional weight would cause further settling and cracking. Fort Jefferson illustrates the pinnacle of masonry, fort architecture, and engineering in the United States and features nearly 2,000 arcs. Time, weather, and water continue to take their toll, necessitating ongoing stabilization and restoration projects. So this is really, I read off this, if anybody wants to know. This is the shutters. The shutters used to look like that. Now it's all obviously torn out. This is sick. You can see all the beautiful arcs, and the engineering behind it is incredible. I forgot to mention, Mikey reminded me, this is a national park, so people come and tourist this area, and then they also go scuba diving. The fish and wildlife are beautiful, and there's a ton of it that flourishes over here. This is why we're probably fishing in the area, because there's a plethora. I see fish down there in the moat, actually. We got the cannon right here. That's definitely not an original cannon, if you couldn't tell. I keep saying it's incredible because it is. This is a national park. This is also a piece of our history, and to think that this was made way back then and was really a change in engineering, architect, it's pretty incredible. And I read this lighthouse behind me. See this lighthouse? I have a little pamphlet that I've been reading, but I'm pretty sure that lighthouse was built to warn people of the coral reefs because it's super shallow in the area. So in 1825, the lighthouse was built to warn people of the coral shoals. And this is the lighthouse. I'm sure it was restored, painted up, definitely, as you can tell. But here it is. This is where it originally stood. It always amazes me to see birds this far away from land, and I always wonder, man, How do they survive that flight? And there's thousands of birds below. The lighthouse was built 70 foot tall in the 1820s. And that was the original lighthouse, but it wasn't bright enough, wasn't tall enough, it wasn't big enough to warn ships. So there was over 200 shipwrecks that was occurring, and it was a very dangerous area because of the coral shoals. In 1858, a new 152 foot lighthouse was built to help warn the ships, and this is what we're looking at today. There's only so many areas we can go, but we've been walking along the top of the fort. I'm guessing maybe this is where the guards probably stood watching below and obviously watching out into the ocean. There's a ferry that comes. So if you're interested in coming to explore this, if you're with a fishing guide, maybe ask them to take you. Or there's a ferry that takes you from the mainland to Jefferson, Fort Jefferson. So you can come travel all the way over here and check it out and see this history. Wow. This is what I'm standing at. I don't know if we can, how far I can go in here. Closed area because it's unsafe, but wow. Oh, I put my glasses on. This is how I'm gonna get wrinkles. Mama's gonna be mad at me if she sees me like this. Locked and loaded, baby. Okay, so that's a wrap of Inside Outdoors at Fort Jefferson. It was a really quick tour because I'm actually about to head out on the boat to go fishing with JC from Two Conchs Adventures. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm pumped. I'm glad I got to see this area, Fort Jefferson, and now the ferry's here, and we're gonna hightail it out of here before all the tourists come. But we'll see you next time on Barstool Outdoors. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned because the next video is I'm in the Keys.